Students, we are going to learn today the lesson inheritance and variation. What is inheritance? Inheritance means the transmission of genetic information from generation to generation. Now, what is heredity? Heredity means from mango trees we obtain mango trees, from papaya tree we obtain papaya tree, from dogs we get dogs, from cats we get cats. But all dogs are not similar, all cats are not similar. So, from dogs we get dogs, that is heredity, and all dogs are not similar, that is variation. So, study of heredity and variation is genetics. Gregor Johann Mendel is known to be the father of genetics. Gregor Johann Mendel was born in Czechoslovakia in peasant family. He observed that the pea plant, it is an annual plant and it has many pairs of contrasting characters. He questioned himself that how the different color of the flowers appear, different shapes of the pod appear, height of the plant is different in every plant. So he thought that there is something that is responsible for the variation, and he assumed that there should be some factor. Gene is the term we use today, but he called the gene to be the factor. So he used the word factor, and he worked. He was born in 1822 and he died in 1884. So he put forward the three principles of the genetics, that is law of dominance, law of segregation, and law of independent assortment. He chose the pea plant for his experiments. Now there can be a question why the Mendel was successful, or the reasons for Mendel's success. So he carried out the experiments very carefully. He planned the experiments. He recorded the nature of the plants and expressed his results as ratios. He studied pea plants because it has 7 pairs of contrasting characters. Then he introduced the concept of dominance and recessive. What is dominant? Dominant is a peculiar character and recessive is a negligible character. Now in this lesson some term you will learn, that is called terminology. For example, a character. Character means a height. Height can be shorter, height can be taller. Another character, color, red color, blue color. So this is the character. So character is a specific feature of an organism. Trait. Trait means what? I told you, height. It can be shorter or taller. So in heredity, the progeny will get short height or dwarf height. That is the inheritable character. Trait is a inheritable character, tall or dwarf, any color. Factor we call it to be the gene, but according to the Mendel, it is unit of heredity, or it is a particle which is responsible for inheritance of character. Gene, it is a particular segment of DNA. What is DNA? Deoxyribose nucleic acid. It is made up of pentose sugar, phosphate group, and nitrogenous base. Nitrogenous base are purines and pyrimidines. Purines are adenine, guanine. Pyrimidines are cytosine, thymine. Allele. Allele is an alternate form of the genes. Now, for example, letters, capital T, capital T, small t. So gene always appear in or are found in pairs. So if the capital T is a dominant, small t is a recessive. So it is an alternate form of the gene, or the pair of the gene is called to be the allele. Dominant. Dominant means what? I told you that suppose one student in the class, it has a good height. He has a good height, so it is a dominant character. So it is an allele that expresses its trait in presence of an alternative allele. For example, if capital T small t, there is a characteristics of the capital T, that is a tallness. So the character that appears in first filial generation is called dominant, that we shall learn later what is first filial generation. Then recessive means what? If one is tall, what is the contrasting character? Short. We call it to be the dwarf. So it is a recessive character, and the character which does not appear in F1 generation is a recessive character. Phenotype is external appearance. For example, shape, round shape, wrinkled shape, or color, red color, brown color, height, tall height, short height. What is genotype? It is a genetic constitution. That character appears because of the genes only. Capital T and small t will get a taller height, small t you will get a shorter height. So genetic constitution. Homozygous, homo means similar, an individual possessing identical allele, capital T or small t or capital R, small r. Heterozygous means an individual possessing contrasting alleles, capital T, capital R, small r. Homozygous chromosome, that I told you, that capital T, small t. Homologous means the chromosomes which are morphologically, genetically and structurally identical chromosomes. So these terms are very necessary, and you have to by heart these terms. Now Mendel, I told you that he chose the pea plant. You must have seen the pea plant. Pea plant is an annual plant and it has 7 pairs of contrasting characters. You can see this is the pod, then you can see these are the flowers. So this pea plant or sweet pea plant, it is annual plant. Hybridization technique is simple, it is easily available. So Mendel chose the pea plant for his experiments. Now which are the 7 pairs of contrasting characters? Now in this picture you can see the dominant character here. Round seed is a dominant character, whereas wrinkled seed is a recessive character. Yellow seed is a dominant character, green seed is a recessive character. Then violet flower is dominant character, white flower is recessive character. Here you can see the shape of the pod, inflated, and one is constricted. Axial flower here, axial flower and terminal flowers. Axial flower is a dominant character. Such characters he found, so he always had a question that how these characters they come in the plant. So he thought that there should be some chemical, he called it to be the factor. Today we call it to be the DNA or gene. So the Gregor Johann Mendel is known to be the father of the genetics. Study of heredity and variation is genetics. Gene word was coined by William Johanson. Then the Correns, he said that all the principles put forward by the Mendel are the fundamental laws, and Bateson, he termed the word genetics. Now I told you that Mendel put forward 3 principles: law of dominance, law of segregation, and law of independent assortment. Dominant character means what? Tall height. Then as far as the peas are concerned, yellow seeds, axial flowers, these are the dominant character. Why they are dominant? Because they appear in a first filial generation. What is hybridization? Hybridization means what? It is a crossing of 2 unidentical organisms. When 2 pure plants they are hybridized, after hybridization you are choosing the contrasting characters. So the character that appears in first generation, that is first filial generation, is a dominant character, which is masked, suppressed, it is called to be the recessive character. So when two homozygous means having the similar genes, capital T capital C suppose or small t, with one or more sets of contrasting characters are crossed, allele that appear, the characters that appear in F1 are dominant, and those which do not appear are called recessive. So lob dominance we can study by monohybrid cross. What is monohybrid? Mono means a single, hybridization means what? Crossing of the two unidentical organisms. So the cross between parents differing only in one inheritable trait is called monohybrid cross. We can study this by illustration. See here. Now you have to be quite careful. We have taken the parents, tall parent and dwarf parent. Dwarf means short. Tall pea plant we have chosen, dwarf pea plant we have chosen. Then here the parents, they have genetic constitution, capital T, small t. Both are homozygous condition. One is homozygous dominant, one is homozygous recessive. So capital T is homozygous dominant, capital small t homozygous recessive. Gametes. Generally, the animals have gametes, sperms and eggs. Sperms possess haploid set of chromosome. Ovum possess or egg possess haploid set of chromosomes. So here male gametes and female gametes. So when there is a formation of the gametes, see the two T genes are there, they become half, means single T. So capital T, from capital T we take one capital T, from two small t we get one small t. These are the gametes. These gametes are crossed and we get capital T small t. Now you are not getting here capital T or small t, but this is a heterozygous condition, means capital T and small t. This is called a hybrid. But single capital T if is present, the small t character recessive is suppressed. So in F1 generation you find that the plant that we have obtained is a capital T small t, that is tall hybrid. Now same plant we have to take, and the same plant we have to carry out the pollination. We have to transfer the pollen grains from anther to the stigma. This condition in the same plant is called to be the selfing. Now meiosis takes place. Meiosis means haploid set of chromosome. Here we have separated capital T and small t, capital T and small t. And here this is called a Punnett cross or checkerboard cross. And this we have taken male flower and female flower. So capital T we get capital T with capital T small t we get capital T small t. Again with capital T small t we get capital T small t, and here with small t we get the condition called to be the, this is called to be the small t, means you can observe that here you will find in this Punnett cross, in the square you can find one capital T homozygous condition, capital T small t heterozygous condition, and small t homozygous condition. Now here capital T suggests it is pure tall, capital T small t it is heterozygous tall, and small t dwarf. So genetically you will get the ratio 1:2:1. But if there is a single capital T, the character is dominant. So here if you observe this, you will get 3 tall plants and 1 dwarf plant. So this is called the monohybrid cross, and 3:1 3:1, that is the monohybrid ratio, and phenotypic ratio, and genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Dihybrid cross. Now in monohybrid cross, one character considered. Dihybrid cross, two characters we have to consider. So simply we take the P seed. Seed has two colors. So color is one character and shape is the another character. So two characters are considered. Now seed colors are yellow and green. Yellow is dominant, and shape round and wrinkled. Round is dominant. So you have to show the dihybrid cross. Now one thing you must have noticed, that for the characters you have to use the same letter, capital T small t or capital R small r. In dihybrid ratio, here for the round seed the genotype is capital R, and for the yellow capital Y, and for the green seed small y, and for the wrinkled small r. As you wrote capital T small t, you can write here in the checkerboard capital R, capital Y into small y into small r. So you can make the gametes and just put in the Punnett cross. So you will get the ratio here 9:3:3:1. Third law is law of segregation. Law of segregation means what? This law is studied with the help of dihybrid cross, and the law of dominance and law of segregation, that is studied by the monohybrid ratio. Now I am showing you the F2 generation here. Now law of segregation means what? Segregation means to separate. Here if you see the capital T small t into capital T small t, now this small t which was living with the capital T here, it got separated. In dwarf condition. So it used to remain with capital T, so its character was masked. When it remained with the capital T, character was appearing was only the tall. But when it separated from the capital T, now it showed its character recessiveness. So separation is a segregation. When it segregates or separates from the capital T or the dominant gene, it can express itself. So that is the law of segregation. So law of segregation and law of dominance we study with the help of monohybrid cross. Now third law is law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment we can study with the help of dihybrid cross. In dihybrid cross, during gamete formation, genes separate from each other and they meet or mate randomly. So if you observe this checkerboard, there is a random choice and you will find 9:3:3:1 ratio. So characters intermingle with each other, and when genes separate with each other and they find their partner, they show their character. So that is the law of independent assortment. Now what is back cross and what is the test cross? Back cross means what? Now if you see the monohybrid cross, you can see here the phenotypic ratio is 3:1. So 3 tall are there, of which one is homozygous and 2 are heterozygous, but one is tall and another 2 are also tall, but one is homozygous and 2 are heterozygous. How to find it out? So we have to cross these hybrids with one of the parents, so that is called to be the back cross. Now why we carry out the back cross? We carry out the back cross to isolate the particular character. So what is the back cross? Back cross means what? Crossing of the hybrid. This is the capital T small t hybrid with any of the parent. You can take homozygous dominant or heterozygous dominant, that is the back cross. Now test cross. What is test cross? Test cross means it is the cross to know the unknown genotype of the hybrid. So what you are going to do in this case, you can take the hybrid and this hybrid can be crossed with any of the parent. You can cross it with homozygous dominant or homozygous recessive, so you can know the unknown genotype. So if you cross it, if you are taking a hybrid, what is hybrid here? See here, capital T small t is a hybrid. You can cross it with here you have to cross it with the homozygous recessive only. What is the difference between the test cross and back cross? Back cross is done with the hybrid with any of the parent. Which parent? It can be a homozygous dominant or homozygous recessive, but in test cross you have to cross the hybrid with only homozygous recessive. Now the 3:1 ratio means what? We can take the pea plant. Out of 3, 1 is pure tall, 2 are heterozygous tall. So if you want to know the whether the plant is pure or heterozygous, you have to take the flowers and do pollination with the recessive parent. If you get all tall plants, means that hybrid you are testing, it is a pure tall. Now same way again you have to take the flowers and pollinate with the homozygous recessive. If you get 1:1 ratio, that is 1 tall 1 dark, then that is the heterozygous plant. So test cross is to know the unknown genotype of the hybrid. So like this, there is a test cross. Test cross is nothing but the back cross. So what is the difference between the back cross and test cross? Back cross you can do with any of the parent. Test cross only you can do with the recessive parent. Back cross is to isolate the particular character, and test cross to know the unknown genotype of the hybrid. So Gregor Johann Mendel, he put forward the 3 fundamental principles: law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independent assortment. Correns said that these are only the 3 fundamental laws: law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independent assortment. In the examination, you will be asked, describe the law of dominance. So when you will define the law of dominance, you have to illustrate their monohybrid cross, or you are asked to describe the dihybrid cross. Then you have to make a chart of the dihybrid cross, or what is test cross, or what is back cross. So what is allele? Allele is a alternate form of the genes. What is dominant? The character which appear in the F1 generation. What is the recessive? Character which is masked or suppressed in F1 generation. What is homozygous condition? It can be a capital T, heterozygous, capital T, small t, means similar genes and dissimilar genes. Homologous, similar sequence of the genes. Phenotype, external appearance, for example red color. Genotype, genetic constitution, capital T or capital T, small t. Always genes appear in the pair on the chromosome. So or DNA are present on the chromosomes. There can be a diploid set of chromosome. In the gametes there is a haploid set of chromosome. During gamete formation there is a separation of the genes. So gametes have the haploid set of genes. So like this. Who coined the word gene? Gene was coined by Johansson. Coren said that the fundamental laws, and Mendel is known to be the father of genetics. Genetics is the word coined by the Bateson. So like this, in this lesson we shall continue it afterwards, but you have to remember that the three laws: law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independent assortment. Okay, thank you.